My name is Chris McGee. I'm the outgoing Executive Director of the Bicycle Racing Association of Colorado. And this is Aaron Bouplon, Boops, the incoming Executive Director. We've got a dedicated overlap time now for the next couple months through the end of the year. And during this time, we are getting on the same page, getting Boops up to speed on the different processes we do, the people involved, the connections, everything we do to try to be the best organization we can for local bike racing. Boops.
I'm very excited for the opportunity to be involved with BRAC and to grab the reins. Chris has been fantastic in handing off a fantastic organization in great condition. We've got a lot of things going our way. A few things that we want to improve and work on. First of all, the office kind of smells a little bit from 3 years of Chris using it. It's a little bit rank, but
it is. It is.
No, I kid. Anyway, one of the big focuses is going to be improving the racer experience, and that comes down to having a kit involved, having the right barricades to make the race safer, having signage so people know where to go, having it just really become a pro event, having registration be super smooth, which we've established a spreadsheet that'll help really streamline that process and make sure that the data comes through properly. Also, we're probably going to end up adjusting some of the category structures around and the subcategories around, making race groups that are slightly different. The 35 plus is an age where it's not necessarily a physiological difference from those under 35. We found that 40 is about the point where the body really starts to change, and a master should be considered a master. By changing that age group, we also are going to eliminate some start times during the day, which will make that race day a little bit more reasonable for the officials, the promoters, and anyone who has to be out there the entire day. Plus, the days aren't really getting any longer in the fall.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we've been focusing on is the racer experience. So when an athlete comes to an event, or even before that, when they start registration, when they interact with an event, how do we make all those interaction points as positive as possible? And there's a lot of times where people are interacting, and there's a lot of times where there's an opportunity for something to go better. And Boops is very much focused on that racer experience. And the conversation about race groups and categories really leads into that. When you've got athletes of a similar pace, similar skill set on your course at the same time, you increase the value, the quality of that event from a sporting perspective, and also very much from a safety perspective. So both of these really come into play when we talk about how we structure race days and even the overall calendar. It all comes into play of how that creates an experience that we want to provide to our members and to Colorado cycling. One of the things we've done, and this was predated me, I think John started this, my predecessor, is after every race we send a racer survey. Every week we give updates on the upcoming, and we provide a survey link for the events that just happened. And those are shared with the promoters and made available to all our officials. And then that goes into part of the evaluation piece of events going forward as part of the process of how we provide the designations that we do, which are either state championships and or one of our cup competitions. So we use the data from the officials, also provide reports. We use the survey data from athletes, and then staff has a lot of awareness of what goes on, because we do get a lot of emails, and we can monitor their comments. But all these pieces of the puzzle go into trying to improve all of our events and improve the overall way our events work together.
Face-to-face interactions are so much more effective at accomplishing a goal, and at this point, Mr. Anonymous he's caused a lot of problems and really stirred the pot, and it's not a productive way for us to accomplish things, to move forward. And I often think that Mr. Anonymous is just out there just to cause problems, and we as an organization need to maybe listen, hear what's being said, but we can't fully buy into this, and we can't let it make it a negative situation. There should be, this is a toy store, this cycling thing that we do, and we should all be having fun and really enjoy it and work together to put a smile on everyone's face. And you know, the one person sitting behind the computer typing something snarky is not necessarily putting any smiles on anyone's face, with the exception of himself.
We named Boops. An official announcement was last week. We've met, you know, going around, we've been talking to different people who provide key roles in our organization. The next real step is processes, banking, accounting, media, communications, all the different pieces of the stuff that I do on a daily basis, and making sure he's up to speed on that, so there's just not any gap or any dropping the ball of any sort. We're going to have enough time here to make that happen perfectly. I think people are going to start seeing more emails from Boops instead of me, you know, starting in December. We'll start seeing more of his tone, his writing and communications all in December with, so at this point he's been watching me do it, and I think when we start December it'll be a little bit flip-flopped, and I'll be watching him do it for the last bit of you know, clarification you might need, and certainly by January 1st it's his show, and I'll just be out here ready to enjoy Cross Nationals as and kind of my last hurrah as far as last major thing I got to do. There might be some hecklers out there, you know, the Boulder Beer is making special 4-pack heckler beers, so I might have one of those over Cross Nationals myself. Hopefully.
A retirement beer.
One retirement beer, that'll do it, just one.